Hello and welcome to Reddit Insanity number 32. All right, I got a few more retail and some today I fucked ups.
Retail.
That wakes you up really, you know.
Yeah.
The anger starts boiling.
What dark pit of despair.
First one is by Azarek. So we went
Waiting from Overlord?
exactly, which we'll be talking about tomorrow when you're listening to this. All right, so this person puts, I used to work at one of the big electronic stores. I used to wear blue shirts, if that helps.
Best Buy. That was easy.
We have two entrances, and we are using one for the entrance and one for the exit. I was one of the managers. I was dealing with the front of the store, transactions and customer questions while they are purchasing things. Oh, and I don't know if I told you yet, but it was Black Friday. So,
My God, the great. One of the greatest battles in retail. I think it's Black Friday.
So I have a customer come through the exit and storm up to the desk. He plopped a 50-inch TV that looked like a shotgun blast and went through it multiple times.
Jesus.
He throws the receipt at me and says he wants a refund. In the process of looking at the television, I inspected the receipt that was 5 years old.
5 years.
Like 5 years to the month.
He has a receipt from. I don't have a receipt from 5 days ago. He's got one from 5 years ago.
After arguing and expecting us to return it and then threatening my 18-year-old female customer service associate, I had to call the cops. They came in and I explained the situation, and then they explained the situation saying that they won't move out of the store without a refund. In the end,
Beat the hell out of him.
in the end, they started getting aggressive now and slamming his fist onto the already broken television. He caught a piece in his hand and started bleeding.
Jesus.
I asked if he wanted first aid. He called the ambulance and they treated him on site. After they treated him, my customer service associate decided to press charges, and she didn't feel safe around the guy. Not only did he get arrested for trespassing, but he still didn't leave. He got a restraining order.
Jesus Christ, man. Just take a hit. You cannot get a refund on a 5-year-old electronic device that you, I guess, shot up while you were fucking drunk or something.
Exactly. And only a 50-inch TV, they're not even that expensive.
It's a principle of the matter, apparently. It's always a principle with some of these people.
Always. Next one is by Valentine's Star. This person puts some context. I used to work at a store that specializes in accessories. We had a buy 3, get 3 deal on hair accessories and jewelry.
Buy 3, get 3. Damn, that's a good deal.
Yeah. Gotta emphasize this. It was exclusive to jewelry and hair accessories. It's also pretty important to note that this store was incredibly understaffed, and I was there by myself on our busiest days.
Welcome to retail. What do you mean? They make it sound like it's like a rare thing.
Yeah.
Understaffed. They're always understaffed.
It was a small store, but that was still super overwhelming and stressful. Usually on those days, I have a hard time focusing on any one thing, and I can't keep. I'd keep interaction with customers to a minimum because I was bouncing around the store trying to do a dozen different things at once. I imagine there are some people here who can relate. It's like, no shit, Sherlock. This started on one of those days. I was there alone on a Saturday, like usual. I was busy and juggling a lot of different things. This woman and 2 girls, who I'm assuming were her granddaughters or something, wasn't paying much attention until they were.
Because I knocked into you, huh? I was like, what the fuck was that? I didn't know what it was for a second.
What
the fuck?
All right. The woman and her two girls, I'm assuming they were her granddaughters, come in. I wasn't paying much attention until they were ready to check out, and this is very important to keep in mind, they didn't approach me or ask me for any help while they were there shopping. They had 4 accessories and 2 pop sockets. I checked them out, and they were headed out. Normal transaction, and my day continues. I was at work the next day. The woman from the day before came in. I greeted her, not really recognizing her, until she walked up to me and told me that she had been there yesterday. She told me she had looked at her receipt from the other day that day and realized that the total was higher than she expected it to be. She said she didn't get a discount. She thought she was supposed to, and then pulled out her receipt. I looked it over and told her that the deal only applies to hair accessories and jewelry, and that pop sockets aren't included in the deal.
Tells a pop socket.
Those things that go on the back of phones, which you can hold on to it with.
Oh,
Those stupid.
yeah.
Let's be honest, they're stupid. And honestly, I feel like I should have just gone without saying. Pop sockets are phone accessories. They're not something you wear on your body. And there were a ton of signs around the store that said, buy 3, get 3, hair and jewelry.
She probably pops them like on her titties. But she bought 2 of them. One for each fucking nipple.
The signs didn't just say accessories or imply anything else would be included. So I'm getting a little annoyed, but obviously not saying anything. I apologize to her, as you're always required to do in situations where the customer feels even slightly unhappy, and she looks me in the eye and says, you need to tell people that.
Bitch, I can't teach you to read.
Keep in mind, not only was I really too busy to pay attention to the one family while they were shopping, but this woman hadn't asked me any questions about the deal. She also didn't say anything when she was checking out, and when she was told her total, what her total was. She apparently couldn't be bothered to notice that her total, what it was, until the next day. She looks me dead in the eye and tells me several more times that before she left, that I need to tell people that. I get that this woman was annoyed that she spent more money than she wanted to, but I was still getting pretty annoyed as well.
So fucking pop socket, how much could it be? A couple dollars.
Exactly.
What would you? I'm real fucking confused.
Of why she even came back?
Yeah, like I thought it was buy 3 get 3.
Yeah.
If she only bought 3 items to begin with.
Yeah.
So what?
She bought a total of 6 apparently,
Oh,
but she thought the 2 pop sockets would be included in that.
well, she was wrong.
Exactly. Was she expecting me to read her mind and know what she was going and tell her that she was going to get a discount? Moral of the story, pay attention to your total while you're shopping, read signs, and ask retail employees questions about discounts so you can buy the right things instead of getting mad and stressed out minimum wage workers and lecturing them about how to do their job. Also, pop sockets aren't jewelry.
You're asking too much from people. All that stuff at the end was too much for them.
And it's never gonna go into their brains at all. It's never gonna disseminate into their brains whatsoever.
It can't.
No. Next one is by Texture Workshop. This person puts, this happened over 20 years ago. How did I get this old?
I've had those feelings where something just bubbles up in your fucking soul. One late night, like, God, hey.
I was an assistant manager at a craft store. Our Halloween merchandise included costumes. The store doesn't sell them anymore. I can totally understand why not. They were always a mess. We had the usual return policies. You need a receipt, purchased within 30 days. Things must be in their original packaging, but our manager was trying to enforce the new one.
So you think I can return condoms if I put them back in the... like they're used, right? But they're back in the packaging. Would that still count?
Well, according to their policies, probably wouldn't.
I kind of want to test that one day. It's just like a pack of 10 condoms and just burn through them all, put them all back in the package, seal them back, put them back in the box. I like to return these condoms.
There you go.
They open up the condoms, they're all maybe I shouldn't do that. That would be like really almost like sexual harassment.
Yeah.
They're touching all my fluids and stuff.
You'd have the police up there in a heart.
Yeah, they would fucking arrest me. You trying to return used condoms, you son of a bitch.
So the manager was trying to enforce a new one. No returns on holiday merchandise within 7 days of the holiday. Because this was a new policy, there were signs at every register and flyers were put in bags at checkout.
Damn, they're legit with their policies.
I know. We had a rock star for a head cashier. She could handle anything, but some customers just have to just have to talk to a manager.
A rock star?
I come to her register when called because she has an issue with a customer trying to return an item. The item is a costume. There is no receipt, there is no packaging, just a crumpled ball of cheap fabric tossed into one of the bags. I run through the issues, knowing full well that she already heard all of this from the head cashier. Our customer isn't taking no for an answer. Finally, I get to the point that this is 2 days before Halloween, and we are no longer taking returns on Halloween merchandise. She asks, why? Silly me. I think this is a sane individual and take the time to explain to her our aggressive clearance policy on seasonal merchandise and that there was no way that we would be able to sell it before Halloween. She thinks this is an opening to explain that we will surely be able to sell the costume. 4 out of our 5 children have worn it and absolutely loved it. She doesn't explain why her youngest is refusing to wear it, but the fact that the other kids did surely shows that this costume, uh, it surely shows what a good costume it is, and that there will be no problem selling it in the next 2 days.
So why didn't they wear it then? If the fifth one didn't want it.
Here's the thing, though.
Oh,
I take a moment, gather my thoughts, and ask. So you are saying that you have had this costume for years,
I guess
and
I
that
didn't know it was a hand-me-down.
and that it has been worn no less than 4 times, and because the fifth child is refusing to wear it, you think you should be able to return it and thus take it back.
Jesus.
She shook her head enthusiastically, thinking she was finally making some progress. I gently offered her directions to the secondhand store down the street. I know I got off easy. There are a lot more crazy out there in retail, but she was the most delusional customer I have ever had, and always think of her and her son every Halloween.
That is pretty wild. So this is basically a family heirloom.
Yeah, pretty much.
That the fifth child did not want.
Yeah, and she's trying to return it now because they don't want to wear it.
That is wild. That thing must have been through the washing machine. It must, oh my God, they live a whole life out there.
So you're already, that's 2 stories now. A guy that wants to return a TV after 5 years.
And a woman wants to return
Halloween.
after like a whole generation of children.
Yes. It's like, damn.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ. And it could have been multiple wears too.
Yeah.
Like until it did stop fitting, and then the next kid got it.
Yeah.
And the one right after him got it.
Isn't that crazy? Next person is Middle Finger Monday.
Middle Finger Monday. Oh man, it's Monday tomorrow. God dang it.
First and bits.
It's Monday today.
I had a job in a tack and feed store. You know what those are?
Tech and feed, yes.
Like Tractor Supply and stuff like that.
The track, actual. No,
Well, it's
I'm a city boy.
well, they have them in the city.
I'm a close the closeted city.
I'm a city boy.
I'm a bubble city boy.
The feed people there, usually the few farmers and the housewives raising chickens. The tack people, well, horse people, are obnoxious and entitled as a species, so this is the side of the store you're going to hear about.
Oh shit!
It was a
Air
Saturday.
drama.
It was a Saturday in the spring. The people who do the horse thing are keeping us busy with their show season starting. Kind of like those trade show type things for horses and stuff like that.
I once went to the fair, and we were going to the. I guess my uncle really likes, like, he's a bit of a rustic type.
Yeah.
And we were going to the barn, I guess, or the whatever. I don't know where it was. Like just a weird place, like where the holding for the horses.
Yeah.
And it was me and 2 cousins, no, 3 cousins, my aunt and my uncle. They're not, they wasn't like step-aunt or anything, or like aunt-in-law.
Yeah.
It was brother and sister, aunt and uncle. They both with their own kids. My uncle had his son and daughter. My aunt had her son, and it was just me. My mom gave me some money, and we went to the fair. And went to the we went to the whatever horse holding, and one of these horses had an erection, looked like a baseball bat. I'll never forget. I'm like, God, looking like a log just attached to his leg. You could have killed a man with that thing.
I won't tell you about that story that's come up not too long ago. Then
I'm good now.
exactly.
The less I know,
It's like I don't know anything.
and I'm happy for it.
In comes a early 90s version of a Karen with her 2 kids.
Oh fuck!
She had one of those big ass satellite phones.
Maybe it was a patient zero.
It could be. One of those big ass satellite phones. First time I'd ever seen one. And was dressed head to toe in DKNY, that brand that used to exist.
Jesus.
Karen immediately starts shouting that she must have Jodhpur boots for her younger girl and hunter boots for her older one. I hustle over there to help her find the sizes, and she says that these aren't real leather. Well, they actually are, but whatever. Karen then goes on a tirade about how this store wasn't a tax store and she needs these items now, and they needed to be better quality because they had traveled all the way from further away in a different state for her kids' show. The kids forgot their boots, so I helped them get the boots, but we didn't have the exact sizes for the younger girl. She demanded that I give her the larger boots free because they were ill-stocked. 30 years later, I remember that exact quote.
Ill stock. I like that. Ill stock.
Stocked.
Ill stock. Something about it just, it almost like it's like infuriates you to like a level that is like almost in your reptile brain. Ill stock.
The true Karen word.
Yeah, like that's a ill stock.
This dude looked at her.
Because ill stock means that the stock you have is not what you promote.
Right.
Like, like if you were like understocked, then means like you don't have the one.
You don't have the items that.
Right. Ill stock means like like if it's a tax store, you have like frisbees or some random shit. You know what I mean? Ill stock.
You don't remember that one.
Driving me mad.
This dude looked at her and said if she didn't want to buy them, then don't. But he wasn't going to give away merchandise. She ended up buying both pairs of boots and then came back later to buy something else that they had forgotten.
Oh, fuck.
She actually had the nerve to whine that we were overcharging. My manager overheard and said that he bet it was actually more expensive on the showgrounds from the vendors, so she should shut up. He was so awesome. I wish all managers were like him.
It would be. It's easy when they own the store, probably.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
You know those under corporate are like so like ass licking.
Ass licking and browbeating.
Yeah.
You can't do certain things. You must do it this way.
You get thrown under a bus for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Which is annoying too. Where the customer's always right.
I want you to apologize to this man. Like he spit on me. You should have been in the way of his spit.
Pretty much, yes. That's almost exactly the way it goes. Next one is by Adriel Bast. This person puts, a while ago, I posted about a dude who got pissed off about the price of use vapes, insisting that the 4-pack is cheaper and cursing me out, etc., etc.
See, always getting cussed out for some shit you can't control.
He came in about 20 minutes ago, and honestly, I'm laughing over what happened. So, we were out of the specific pack you always get. I told him he can try the main store across the parking lot to see if they still have it in stock, and he responded with the lovely, "Fuck that." To set the mood, and I got a different pack. Now, we're supposed to ID everyone, no matter how old they look, or if they are regulars or not. I was still running on the previous job's policy of if you look over 40, don't ID whenever I last saw him. But after chatting with some managers and older employees about it, and I'm supposed to check everyone's, no exception.
I would have kept my damn mouth shut.
Yeah. I get it's frustrating, but majority of customers have no problems with it, which is where the problem came in.
I think he's lying. There's no fucking, my ID for what? My ID for what?
I asked for his ID. He started swearing and saying that I had to be kidding. I told him I'm not. And the manager said it's the policy. Him. You're the one who, you're the only one who ever does. No one else does. Me. Well, I will let managers know that my coworkers up here aren't. And as inconsistency in rules.
Don't be a snitch, bro. That makes it worse for everybody.
As inconsistency in rules can cause unnecessary problems. Him.
He's not wrong in that, though.
Yeah. Him. You never ID'd me before. Me.
You weren't an asshole before.
I had not had you as a customer since management told me to do this. So back and forth, he keeps cursing and usual how dare I spiel as he brought out his ID. I went to take it so I could type it in, and he snatched it back. You can look at it, but you're not fucking touching it. Problem is, his hand was shaking so bad I couldn't read it. Which, like, I can't get, hang on a second, the way it's written. Which I get he can't help that, no shame in it. I told him I can't read it, and he flipped it over to be scanned. I calmly explained our registers can't scan them. He cursed some more, and I had to squint to try to read it. Typed it in, and he kept swearing the whole time. As I'm bagging his stuff, I apologized that our store policy inconvenienced him. He said more, "Fuck your policy." And mind you, I'm staying surprisingly calm through this.
He's like, "Fuck the authority, man." And he skateboards away.
50-year-old.
I'm like, man, get a life, bro.
The verbal abuse from customers at the old job trained me well.
Yeah, they should pay people in retail hazard pay for the emotional damage we have to suffer through of the absolute insanity of most of humanity.
Yes. And he was always screaming about how he'll go shop somewhere else when I came to the price of use. So I said calmly, I am sorry that you do not like our policy regarding IDs, but you are welcome to shop elsewhere if there are stores that are better for you.
I should warn every customer that threat is so useless.
Yes, it is.
You not shopping in the store
Does not kill me.
it is a drop of water in the ocean to corporation. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you say I'm never gonna shop at Walmart ever again, Walmart would not shed one tear.
No, they really won't.
You will not be replaced, but you will be replaced by 8 of you.
Pretty much. Which is a pretty innocuous statement to say. Demanded to know who the manager is, then blows up and demands to know who the main manager is.
Who's the main man here?
I tell him. He demands to know my name, so I straight-faced told him, Bob. Because like hell I'm telling him my real name. And then he stormed off, saying he's talking to management about this unprofessional BS, and that I have terrible customer service, blah, blah, blah.
Pulls a scooter out of his backpack. I'm out of here.
I'm not concerned. If the main store calls, I'll explain to them, but I doubt they'll actually confront the manager. Otherwise, I'm no longer going to be selling to him since this is not his first time he's blown up at me and cursed at me for following store policy.
Really? He's done that before?
Apparently.
Some customers are like that. They'll be friendly, right? And then
They know they don't get their way.
Yeah, at the least, like the slightest inconvenience,
Yes.
they show their true colors.
Yep. Always. Believe me, I know. It's annoying too. Next person is by Aberdolf Linsler.
Okay. Wow, you sure went all line for that one. Whatever random letters you put together, you sure hoping something good came out.
This person puts, I started a new job today and I had a Zoom training session / meeting with all the other newbies. We were going through introducing ourselves and explaining how we ended up working here, what branch we were part of, and what we're known for. When my turn came around, I was super nervous and I jumped right into explaining how I had previous experience dealing with a similar job. That is, whenever I proceeded to say that I had been wanting to further myself in this career and spread my legs, and that I am well known for being a talkative person.
You're all spreading, huh? Is this where we're going with the situation?
Everyone was muted during this, and the silence was deafening to me.
Spreading my legs. Guess that's one way to get to the top.
Yeah. I mean, it works for some people.
Yeah, it works for a lot of people, actually.
And I was the last person to introduce myself. I am extremely embarrassed and distraught over this, and I hope to recover swiftly.
You won't, believe me. That'd be that one joke.
You gonna spread your legs yet?
How them legs feel from all that spread you've been doing? They sore.
And mostly if she really does move up quick.
Oh, yeah? Guess she really does spread them legs.
And obviously we know she misspread her wings, but
Yeah.
that's like a Freudian slip right there. And
That's like,
bad.
yeah, that's a bad one.
Mostly because you don't think of spread my legs. Like, if you're going to say spread my wings, you're not going to say legs.
She
Like, she's apparently spread those legs.
just messed up, I guess.
The truth came out.
Believe me, I mean, anytime a person messes up, it's always something sexual by accident.
Yes.
Because deep down, we're all freaks.
What was the other one that we seen where she was at a Goodwill and said that she wanted dong?
Something like that, yeah.
So, yeah. God, these women are dirty. She's spreading her legs. The other one's thinking of dong. Like,
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
next one is by Spike is Cool. This person puts, back in the day, whenever I was 13, 14, I used to get Thursday evenings home alone. My mom would be at work late, and my dad would be taking my sister to guitar practice. You can imagine a lot of activities that would take place. Very loud music.
I can imagine how much stuff you tried to fuck around the house. Yeah, you can already imagine that.
Very loud music. Tons of junk food, and hours, and I mean hours, of hardcore, no breaks involved video gaming. You dirty so-and-sos.
I don't believe in that sack of shit.
Anyway, What's the worst feeling whenever you have to finally take anyway, what's the worst feeling when you're finally about to take down the entire Chimera invasion and save your little boy needing a piss? So my underdeveloped hopped up smooth brain cell sol and natural solution. Literally, I'd peed outside on hikes and the like. So why not in the pot plant or the plant pot next to the TV?
Why not just go to the fucking bathroom?
This continues for a month or so of Thursdays.
My God, he must have done something to that plant. Like it just ends up dying or something, or the
I was so happy with my new solution, keeping it in the room and not needing to do it in the loo.
what the? Just go to the fucking bathroom. What are you talking about?
Well, lo and behold, this one poor plant could not absorb several jugs worth of piss. The room started to stink, and my mom took action. She quickly figured it out and what it was, and showed me the lingering puddle at the bottom of the pot.
Oh fuck!
I was bollocked, lost PlayStation privileges, and never did it again.
You've been pissing in them.
Imagine you that talk.
And I'm gonna realize when I become a father, right, that it can't phase me, because I know it's always gonna be something fucking weird. You know what I mean? Like you can't let it, like you can't be like so devastated as a parent.
Yeah.
Because they're your kids. They're gonna do some dumb shit.
Doesn't mean you can't scold them for it, though.
Right, but like not to the point where they feel like it's like the most
No, it's just more of like, what the fuck were you thinking?
like you walk in like the dad from American Pie watching your son fucking apple pie,
Yeah.
and he's like, "What the? We can tell your mother we ate it all." I don't know, like
Nobody sits down beside him for the little guidance.
I wouldn't even yell. I'd just be like, "Well, so you couldn't piss in the bathroom, huh?"
Well, he didn't say that she yelled at him.
I just lost PlayStation privileges.
It just, he lost, that was the PlayStation privileges, and he never did it again.
The Chimera invasion. What game is he talking about?
I have no idea. I really don't. Next one is by Audiophile93. And this person puts, "Hey everyone, I thought I'd share this embarrassing fuck up. I live in a pretty small town, super important. Through my work, I met an attractive girl. She asked me for my number and I gave it to her. Sounds good so far, right?
Sure.
Well, we talked.
Red flag. She gave you her number first,
Well,
which means that she's batshit crazy, and everyone knows it. So she's the one making the moves.
it's not going that direction.
He's not. Does he kill her?
No.
Is he a serial killer?
Well, we talked for probably about a month. Things started getting a little steamy through messages and in person. No sex, but definitely touching and sending nudes. A lot. We both have high sex drive people, apparently. Anyways, we were meshing very well.
It is a curse.
We were meshing.
You have to actually like control it to a high degree.
Yeah.
Like you literally have to.
Anyways, we were meshing very well, and everything seemed to be perfect. We got our work schedules to line up for once, and we went on a date at a local coffee shop. While we were sitting down and enjoying coffee and laughs, my cousin happened to show up. She asked how I'm doing and everything, and then noticed that, "Oh yeah, what's your friend's name?" she asked. She didn't know I was bisexual, so she assumed it was just a friend.
Oh, they're all women.
Well, I introduced her.
Man, women high sex drive is like on another level. They're gonna wear their pussies out for sure.
Well, I introduced her, and she said her name sounded familiar, but then we chatted for a minute before she said goodbye. Well, we ended the date and went home. I was thinking about it a lot because I'm paranoid. I messaged my mom.
One of those two. Every scenario running through your head, the situation.
Like, how do you know her name?
Or like that one thing where you're like, where someone like really gets you in public, right?
Yeah.
With like, and you don't have a comeback, and then right home, like you're like 50, yeah. That'll teach.
The one you could have said.
Yeah, you're like that'll get it. Like you try to replay it, like you like. It's the saddest shit in the world when you replay the situation, like you come out on top, like, yeah. And then you're like, oh.
I lost that one.
Yeah.
So they messaged her mom, who lives in a different state now, if the name sounds familiar, and she said at first it wasn't, but later she messaged me saying that the last name is the same name as our distant family. So I looked into it, and sure enough, this girl I was seeing turned out to be my third cousin. She had recently moved here because rent is so expensive everywhere else, and that side of the family lives across the country. It was awkward conversation to have, but at the very least, I have a new friend and a family member, albeit a little too intimate.
Jesus Christ.
I told you I wasn't going down the other one.
I would have figured it out.
Wait, what?
But my brain was on a different path line.
Although with you,
I wasn't expecting incest.
third cousin,
Third cousin, Jesus. Then they see nudes of each other. My God.
and touching, he said,
I thought it was a she.
or she.
I'm real confused as to whether it's a
It's women.
all women, huh?
Yeah.
All women all the time. Well, whatever. That'd be like, oh man, oh fuck you.
And on top of that, you being Mexican, you really have to worry.
No, I don't. There's like fucking 6 billion of us.
Exactly.
I wouldn't run into another one.
Not third
That-
cousin?
Not that quick.
You don't think so? Not third cousin?
No.
Got a lot of family members.
Yeah, but I know them all.
Oh, okay, that's true.
I got a chart.
That's where they fall.
That's a family member. That's a family member. That's a family member. That's a family. That's a family.
All right, on to the very last one today. Bamela is who the author is.
Pamela?
Bamela.
Pamela? It's like Pamela?
Bamila.
Is it like supposed to be Pamela Anderson? Just Pamela?
Bamela.
I'm Pamela Banderson.
By Anderson. This person puts, literally just happened 30 minutes ago. I am solo for, let's see here. This person, you know how they usually put their age?
Yeah.
This person puts, I, a male, age doesn't matter, but way over over age limit.
I'm not gonna like this one, am I? It doesn't sound like I'm like she 13.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not gonna sound good.
Am solo for quite some time now, so it's normal for me to start the day with a little bit of something special for getting out of bed. I also tend to sleep comfortably naked. Well, today is a day off from work, so I figure I'll just do the deed and have another hour or two of extra sleep time.
Do the deed and fall back asleep.
That's why he put way over the age limit.
Oh, like the jacking off.
Yeah.
You think like after a certain age, you just kind
And so that way you don't think it's a kid writing this, basically.
of. So it is a kid then.
And in general, just have some myself lazy day. Maybe watch movies and just have a recharge day from all the worrying.
Recharge day, huh? I wonder what those are like.
No.
It's like what? I feel like I'm Spider-Man without the power. All this shit just all at once all the time.
Now here's where the fuck up happens. I always wear socks only once for the day. Then, whenever I get into bed, I usually drop them not far from the bed. Then, whenever I wake up, I can discard them in the wash basket. So the socks are there for a reason. So it happens that I also tend to discharge my goo often. And since I don't use tissue, I just find it way less messier and easier to do it in the sock that I'm about to throw into the washing anyway. So today, I wake up from my extra long sleep because I am hungry, or he puts hangry, and want to get some food. Since I know that I will get back to bed eventually, I just throw on a jumper on the top and wear the nearest socks that are next to me. Because I don't like walking barefoot.
Come.
As the house floor is total tile, and I don't use slippers because I'm not that old yet. Upon making myself a meal and heading back to the bedroom, I do a quick stop at the bathroom, and then it hits me. I put on the damn soggy sock that I used earlier today. I did take it off faster than Steph Curry dropping his first 3 and ended up taking a wash, but it has never happened in many, many years from this day. I don't know if I'd want to do that.
I was once as they say checking the stock market. I was jacking off vigorously is what I said. And you get done, right? I'm a young lad of 80 years old. And one of my dad's friends comes over for something to pick up, right? But I had just finished and I didn't have a chance to wash my hands in the bathroom or anything, right? So I'm a tissue person. I don't know what this guy's talking about. A sock? Just I had time to clean up but not wash my hands. So he comes in and like he takes whatever item, or I don't know what he wanted. I forgot what, like he was picking up something, and he wanted to shake my hand before he left. I was like, I don't want to shake your hand right now because I had a stained hand. So the thing was that his hands were badly burned when he was younger, so they looked really bad. So I to this day I worry that he thought that I didn't want to shake his hands because of his hands. I was like, I don't want you to get my cum on your hands, bro. The life we live sometimes.
Yeah, but you don't do it into a sock and then put them on.
No, maybe I should. Maybe be warmer
Or colder.
or colder. I once hit the I once hit the door of my closet for all the way all the way across the room. I used to get some distance. Oh, that was an accident. Sometimes it's faster than you expect, and you can't reach for the tissue. It's like, no.
All right. Anything else to add before we head out today?
No, this incest stuff's got me fucking sick to my stomach.
All right. And with that,
I can't stand incest. Can't stand rape, bestiality,
CNC.
CNC. I can't stand any of that stuff. Whatever, just the good old meat and potatoes. I just love some good old big old titties, some a hairy bush, some ass. What happened to all the normal? You know what I mean? Like just a woman's body. What happened to all that? Why is it all these weird scenarios they need to go through
I know.
to get off nowadays?
It's like that old Robin Williams joke where it's like, well, now that I'm this age, I'm going to shove a sparkler up my ass, light your hairy bush on fire, and then you're going to jump off and jump on to me saying fire in the hole, and
Yeah, it's like
we'll see what that does.
that's too much. What is this? I feel like they're so overstimulated from the constant or oversaturated
Yeah.
from the constant barrage of sexuality that they just numb it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel really bad for younger people, though.
Fuck those people.
No, they're going to be into some weird shit.
They're already into some weird shit. I'm pretty sure they're ruining the algorithm with the goddamn extended family bullshit. They have ruined the algorithm for all porn sites. You gotta wade through it to get anything normal. You gotta fucking search the Everglades for anything decently regular.
Page 1200.
I do like naked women stretching. Something about the body in different, states. Like new yoga. That's a big turn on for me.
And we learn more from the sophisticated pervert.
Yeah. I'm not as perverted as my stuff is not.
You're learning that you're not as bad as you thought.
Well, I knew I never was, but I mean, I'm not like condemning them for them being into something more complicated. I'm just like, I don't understand. I do not understand. I really don't understand the step family thing at all. And it's like it's what sells right now, like hotcakes.
Because it's so taboo, I guess.
I guess, but I mean, like
Well, I mean, in certain parts of the country, but
yeah. You can do that in Bama, Alabama. That's a Tuesday right there.
Lose all Alabama listeners.
Sorry.
But with that, we will talk to you guys on the next one.